crying out to God on my bed in 2017. Because that's when I made the decision to say I cannot operate in this type of relationship, because I mean, honestly, it's not even a relationship at this point. And when I cut ties, that's when the true nature came out. Now, there were things that he told me prior to that I was, I tapped it in my head, but I didn't believe it. And in hindsight, y'all know how they say that you should believe a person the very first time that they show you who they are. Words and actions absolutely can align. Sometimes we just build a fantasy in our mind that it's not true. And that's what I did. So there were things that he said, I don't do this in these particular stages with babies. I don't do this. I don't hold them. I don't buy clothes. I don't do these things. And I'm thinking to myself, what are you talking about? That doesn't even make sense. Tabbed it, but didn't do anything about it. As I found myself laying on my bed in 2017, telling the Lord, if you're real, I need you to walk with me through this journey, because I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know if this man is going to completely leave. I don't even know. And at this point, I don't care. I just need to be healed. There's some things within me that's blocking me from being able to be the mother, the woman, the daughter, of just all of these things. And I didn't like it. I didn't like who I had become as a result of connecting in this relationship. It wasn't fun. It wasn't cute. And I was done with it. I started the journey of healing, inner healing. Before I started therapy, the Lord walked me on the journey of inner healing. And I have so many journals that I wrote in, and just talking to God, searching out scriptures, crying. One of the things that I realized from that particular relationship was I never experienced from a male emotional manipulation, but I absolutely had experienced that emotional manipulation from my mother. So here is that inner child connection. We long for things from people that cannot give it to us. And so we search it out through other means. And that's what happened with me. I didn't even know him in that capacity to say, let me connect and make this lifelong decision. A lot of the things that I was doing was from just doing the brokenness of me. We connected, we were both broken. And I knew that I wasn't going to stay broken, because my sons deserved better. I deserved better. And so in order for me to really move from this place of dependency on man, and even my looks, being dependent on my looks and our feminine wiles, because we have to be honest. I'm speaking to the ladies now. We have to be honest that sometimes we think because of the things that we can do with our bodies that it's going to keep a man. However, men will be kept because they want to, and a man and a boy are very different. He was broken. There were things that he was longing for, and he wasn't going to be my extra son. He was supposed to be a man. If I would have listened and all of these different things, I probably wouldn't have been in this situation. But this is not a story about regret. This is about a story of redemption, because God literally has redeemed everything. And it is so important that when we are journeying through whatever part of our lives, when it comes to our co-parent, that it dipped, and it dipped really bad, that we examine ourselves also. It's not just the other person, because there are things that we had to play within whatever part of the relationship it is. And so I had to really examine me first. I couldn't go to him and say, these are the things that you did. This is you, this is you, this is you, always pointing the finger. No, some of the onus was on me, because I should have never even been in the relationship. I should have never even made such a decision that was going to be so lifelong. But I'm banking on, well, you can do it. Y'all gonna be together. As an old friend of mine at the time said, sometimes you just gotta let men be men. No, sis. No, sir. You don't have to let a woman just be a woman and talk to you like you're crazy. And women, you don't have to let a man walk over you and manipulate you and use your body just so that way you can think and feel like you have a home. I'd rather be alone than in a broken relationship. So as I journeyed through this particular time of just inner healing, it took a lot out of me. It was a lot of work, because I had to connect the dots between why I chose and what this longing was within me. And as I stated, because the relationship that I had with my mom was very emotionally manipulative, I chose someone that was emotionally manipulative because it's what was familiar to me. And that's the thing that we do. We don't track history, because history, as they say, has a way of repeating itself. Now, it may not always show up in the same formula, but if you never get to the root of it, then you'll never know what to look for. And I was determined this time that, you know what, I'm getting to the root, because I will not hop from relationship to relationship, person to person, isolate myself, give my kids something that they don't deserve, all because I don't want to deal with me. And that's where it begins. It begins with dealing with us. On our next installment, we're going to talk about forgiveness, and that's self-forgiveness, forgiving us and journeying into healing that inner child that was neglected, that was abandoned, that was rejected, that did not feel appreciated. And so she desired this and used what she thought needed to be used, only to gain the very thing that she was trying to run away from. So stick with me, y'all, because this is going to be good, because it's not just about us not liking our co-parent or even about loving God. It's about it all, but it's about us first. God has to heal us first. We have to come to him with truth in our inward parts so that he can reveal everything to us, and that we can heal fully and make sober decisions.